Welcome back, friend. Welcome back, Cassidy. Welcome back, Isa. Welcome back, Garo. I joined a Discord call for like 2 seconds. Why is it here? Oh, I played this for like 2 seconds to check something. That's my offline save that I was playing because I really wanted to play more. You're always finding paths. Welcome back, Banana. Yeah, I joined a Discord call for like 2 seconds to blow a kiss on my partners before coming back on stream. And then Discord's like, how's the call? And I'm always like, big smile. Why is Cass green? Oh, you don't see pinned messages, do you?
I'm gone.
Yep, this is a path, all right. Why aren't you green? You got greened. We stopped literally right here. Don't mind the real voice reveal. We have just taken Dresden. We're the big halfling on the block now. Did you be green? They became green. Everyone went green to torment me. Actually, I think what happened was Fractal said no more green, and everyone felt rebellious. Look who it is! Hi! Oh, that's right. Have you figured out how the demons have been sneaking up on us? Anivia answers with scarcely concealed irritation. No dice. Our scouts crawled all over the area, down every hole. Nothing. The gray road was completely empty, and then bam! A whole army popped up like a jack-in-the-box. There was just a lot of green, and you wanted to join. Yeah. After pulling off a sick green breaker, they did. They broke the green, and then they joined it. Architect of the World Hound! I'm sorry, that got me. You did it. You feel weird? You don't have to be green if you don't want to. You're allowed to ripen once again. Hello, Banana. My only lead is a few scouts who didn't come back from the gorges to the southwest. But we found no sign of secret paths or underground passageways, and definitely no route we can use to quietly move a large force through. But I feel it in my gut. There's some evil scum out there. You just have to look harder. Of course, I could send out more scouts, but they might just disappear like the first ones. Why don't you go there yourself and find out what's what? This feels dysphoric. Get yellow again. It's just a color. Hey, it's part of your identity. It's clearly not just a color. Thank you. That deserves to be in the catalog. Nivea punches her fist into her palm. You know, I like to give that rat Nura a good shake. How long was she serving the demons, I wonder? I bet good silver, if I turned her upside down and shook her as hard as I could, something interesting would fall out, not just slice. Damn. Find out about where Minago is now? Nope, zero zilch. A whole lot of nothing. The scum melted into thin air. Soldiers saw her jump out the window, run through the square in front of the citadel, and then suddenly disappear. And everyone, including the queen, just let her go. I'd like to give that rat Nana a good shake. You're quite proud of that one. What are your greatest achievements? I considered immediately changing the title. You're back to me. Thank goodness. Welcome back, Banana. I haven't heard anything from her since. I don't like it. I'm telling you, this is bad. First of all, her kind don't just give up. If we can't see her, it means she's setting a trap for us somewhere we won't expect. I mean, it'd be great if the Demon Lords just gobbled her up for all her failures, but I think that's too much to hope for. You're gonna have to go into VTube Studio to get your hex? I have used it in places, but I don't know if... I can't remember where I pull it from whenever I need it. That's not the worst part. We have a more interesting question, you know? I wonder how she teleported from the city, if by that time you'd already hung the banner. The soldiers are saying it probably wasn't in full force by then, but you and I both know that's Dross. She wasn't supposed to be able to teleport, but she did. The question is how? I didn't know she did that. Okay, I forgive most people. Reginald stands with his hands behind his back, his favorite pose, it would seem. He seems submerged in thought, but gathers himself immediately as you approach. His pale yellow eyes examine you inquisitively. You have other places too, really, it's fine. Knight Commander, it's good to see you found time to meet me. There's a matter of some urgency I must discuss with you. It was incredibly interesting the power you and your companions received during the fight at the Great Garrison, and now my interest has been gratified. The power your companions received has passed on to me as well. It manifested after my usual evening reckoning. What a vile individual. You just grab it from my overlay. Yeah, actually. Oh wait, that might not be accurate up there. I think it's supposed to be. But it might be color adjusted. I think I remember telling it to just use the raw color, specifically because of people who see their color as a part of their identity. As a matter of fact. It would definitely still be in the text box. But that's also a gradient, so... I believe I now present a true threat to the creatures and initiates of chaos. The imprisoned cultist we kept for certain observations experienced this firsthand. Reginald, you're actually discussing. Reginald's voice is unemotional, almost bored, but leaves no doubt as to the cultist's fate. Striking, isn't it? Divine intervention at a critical moment is rare, but not beyond imagining. But in this case, part of the power that you received through this intervention is passed to someone who joined you well after the fateful moment had passed. Your color identity is Simic. You're a huge nerd. Have you ever seen you without this hat? My color identity is Rakdos, but I don't know how long I can keep saying that. Seems to me like you're trying to find some pattern even in this. What if a miracle is just a miracle? That's not. I don't want to say any of these. Almost, you know what? I kind of want to say the evil one. I hope you remember who the source of your power is, and that you serve them loyally. I want to put this gnome in his place. Miracles do not exist, Rachel replies sternly. That's literally not true. A cleric can cast it as a 9th level spell. In the end, every so-called miracle turns out to be a manifestation of someone's will. That's what a miracle is in this setting. Do I need to pull out the freaking Galarian dictionary? A little evil alignment? Ooh, that's true. I could have just said it anyway. Your soul is Simic? No, not the colors you play. You can play blue and still be Rakdos. Aw, thank you. Besides, I might have believed in a blind accident, but not the accidental acquisition of great power in the exact moment when it was needed most. In any case, this is shallow philosophizing. You must have some questions for me? Not really. I don't want to see you in my party anymore. Irabeth, how you... Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to talk to you. What do you mean is it just standing here for no reason? It's incredibly helpful. Here, Beth, how you doing? I found your sword! I forgot! If anyone asks you about it, just tell them you're speaking to Regil in terms he can understand. That's true, that's true! Airbeth's eyes are vacant. Her thoughts are clearly somewhere far away. Seeing you, though, she snaps to attention. Hail, Commander. I found your father's sword. Take it. Heisei Hamade. Airbeth takes the sword as gently as if it were a living creature and sheathes it into the scabbard. I don't know what to say. I am forever indebted to you. I never thought I'd get my sword back. Please, allow me to reward you, and please, no objections. I could never replace this sword. I shall never part with it again, I swear. She gave me 50,000 gold for that. Hold sword gentle, like hamburger. Do we need to talk about what happened during the attack on Dresden? Airbeth nods curtly. Yes, I was shamefully faint-hearted. Praise Ayamade, it didn't affect the course of the battle. Still, my behavior was unworthy of a knight, even less a commander. Under the circumstances, leaving my position would be tantamount to desertion. Still, as your advisor, I strongly recommend you release me from my position as head of the order, strip me of my knighthood, and send me to serve in the condemned. Irabeth, what the hell? If you deserve these titles more than you, don't blame yourself. Under the circumstances, you did everything possible and more besides. That suggestion is no better than desertion, except you want me to take responsibility for it. I don't want to hear it. Join the ranks, knight, and fight as you swore to do. That's also very mean. Thankfully, we've got, we can call over Darren, who can butter her up. Thank you, Commander. The gratitude in Irabeth's voice is sincere. A spark of enthusiasm appears in her eyes, which had grown dull over the recent weeks. Half-Orc salutes you sharply. For a moment, you once again see the Irabeth who was ready to protect the defender's heart to her dying breath. Thank you for still trusting me, more than anyone else does in this crusade. Even more than I trust myself. Sounds like you want me to do work. No, thank you. Plus 22 against 15 difficulty looks pretty likely to hit, just a bit. Despite your words, Irabeth obviously still feels unworthy of her commander's rank. Changing her mind will require more than platitudes. Perhaps you can bolster her by appointing her to a position where she can work more closely with rank-and-file soldiers. Those whose faith in their commander remains undimmed. New event, orders to Irabeth. We can issue orders now. I have not seen this in years. Except for while Cass was playing, and I was watching over her shoulder. We can issue orders now, because we're commander. And decrees, orders to Irabeth. As I recall the way this works, is we can have each stat busy with one thing. You love a good decree? Irabeth's breakdown, which occurred before the assault on Dresden, still haunts her mind. She should be reminded that she was, is, and will always be a hero in the eyes of soldiers by appointing her as a commander of a small squad of crusaders. Unfortunately, because Irabeth is occupied as squad leader, her duties in the Crusade Command have to be transferred to someone else. Irabeth has been appointed squad commander in the Vanguard. Well, I decree it so. I think that means 7 days and also military's busy. You ever hear a decree that makes you jump up and shout, my liege? Arrow just posted the one that they were talking about earlier. Me, who's a good girl. My medieval puppy girl girlfriend, Brunhilde. 'Tis I, my liege, 'tis I. That's exactly the spice I need. Forming a logistic council. The success of military action depends on a regular supply of everything troops need and the judicious distribution of resources. The Logistic Council, made up of experienced officers, will ensure there's no chaos in the army while the commander's attention is focused on the front line. There's chaos affectionate in the army. Chaos as a cosmic force of freedom. You've heard a few. The Fate of the Crest of the Fallen Knight. A skilled craftsman can do some work on the relic. The relic will be augmented. It requires 1,000 finance points and 100 resource points, I think is what those are. Our morale is high. Our money is nowhere to be seen. We've got banner effects. Each victory over a demon army in the lands of Yath, Grey Road, Lake Lost to the Sun, or Winter Sun lands at 6 days to the time the banner of victory stays green. Oh my gosh, there's so much. You're gonna have to go to sleep, but I have more fish first, I see. Get some good rest after your fish, hero. Each capture of a fort adds 30 days to the time the banner of conquest stays green. Reclaiming forts that were previously lost does not affect the banner of conquest. As long as no Crusader fort is under siege, the banner of defense is green. If any fort is under siege, the banner of defense turns yellow for 3 days, then red. As long as at least one Crusader fort is captured by demons, the banner of defense stays red. Good night. You found the medieval puppy girl Tumblr post? Is there any context you should know so you can appreciate it more? Aside from Aero having shared that with me, no. As far as I know. I guess I can issue this decree. Isa, hi. Well, there's a different medieval puppy girl meme that got me to Google the word uppy, which, kind of snowballed. An army of thieves. A large group of suspicious individuals has arrived at the gates of Dresden. They wish to join the crusade. Officers have recognized a number of thieves and murderers among their ranks, and it seems the newcomers are only interested in spoils of war. Should they be accepted? This option is unavailable because you did not choose the Path of the Lich. I don't want to know what that is. Given this last option, I guess I'll hold off on making a decision here. The runaway. It's been revealed one of the Crusaders is a criminal on the run. 1 year ago, that knight murdered a noble in Nerosian and escaped justice. The killer repented and joined the Crusader army to atone for his sin. But the daughter of the murdered aristocrat wants vengeance and requests the criminal be arrested and tried. I want to know what the noble did. Do away with the vengeful noble and get her treasures. Unlocks the unscrupulous heir decree. Give the vengeful noble the murderer's head. This is evil, according to this. I can try lawful for 3,000 finance points. Or increase crusade morale by 15 points. Okay, so here's the thing that's worthless. Our morale is already high, and I don't know if it can go any higher. What's the unscrupulous heir degree? Just curious. 7,000 gold, 5,000 finance points, 50 material points, and 25 energy points. It's interesting. We'll take the repentant knight. He's done nothing in a year. He's almost definitely done murdering. The noble probably deserved it. There are plenty of repentant sinners in the ranks of the Crusaders. They are heartened by the promise of a second chance. Yeah, morale is literally capped. How long it took you to realize that it told you what the benefits of these decisions was? Was it until now? You made so many decisions having no idea of the consequences. Yeah, that's fair. A progressive alchemist by the name of Zagelforns ran a series of experiments in an attempt to improve the potion of legendary proportions. But something went wrong. The soldiers who tasted this creation cannot return to their natural form and have grown quite dim. However, the alchemist assures everyone that no harm has been done, since giants are more useful than ordinary soldiers. Reprehensible behavior. And the usefulness of intelligence in a soldier is debatable in the first place. Yeah, no harm's done, just to the Zagelfornst. Who wants the Zagelfornst giant hypno? We can cure them. Use them in battle, send them to perform heavy manual labor. Or found a separate settlement for the giants. I mean, we should cure the poor victims, right? Our soldiers were worried about their comrades' fate. The commander's decision has emboldened them, and the alchemist Zagelforns has been reprimanded harshly. Okay, our command is all filled up. I definitely didn't realize at first either. Have you ever read the Loyal Hound of Vesna webcomic? I don't think so. When I was little, I mean even littler than I am now, I got really upset because I didn't have a hair tuft on my tail. I get that 1000%. Ivu, I'm so sorry. Where'd you come from again? And why did you decide to help me? You're my bestest friend. How could I not help you? As for coming here, I just sensed your power and flew all the way to you. I mean, I can't usually fly between the planes by myself, but your power was like a guiding light, so I just flew. You're imagining medieval puppy girl Brunhilde as a character from the webcomic right now. That's wonderful. She has to go too, both of us.
Do it my way.
Together. How could we function any other way? Oh, good. Oh, no, we've only got 3 to level up. And they're these 3. I don't have a problem with these 3, really, but, you know. Since there is no context, you're free to imagine her in any way you wish. You absolutely are. Come to think of it, we kind of could kick land to the curb, you know? Not permanently. But let's look at Ember, you know? This sounds familiar. Yeah. That's why I was not sure. It sounds familiar, but I don't think so. If I had seen it, I suppose it wasn't extensive seeing it. Oh, you haven't? Does it look good, though? We're not quite at major hexes yet. Can't believe she doesn't have cackle. Because I was trying to build her deliberately different from, Melia, I suppose. Yeah, give me Evil Eye. Volcanic Storm. He currently has Dispel Magic and Rage. You can also cast Phantasmal Killer, so violent. Hmm. Oh, another level even. He's more behind than I thought. It's bonus skill rank. Have a stealth. I guess you can have Arcana. We're probably keeping Ninyo forever. +1 on caster level to overcome spell resistance. Extra hex. You've already got 2 spell penetrations. I can give you a third one. Or increase the power of spells. Level increase +2, but all variable numeric effects of an empowered spell are increased by half. I'm learning metamagics. Intensify increases the maximum number of damage dice by 5 levels. And it only increases by 1 level. Triple? Selective spell might be nice. These targets are excluded from the effects of your spell. It would help her with the AoEs. And it's kind of appropriate. Maximize. That's +3. I see why Intensified is popular. Let's see, we got Burning Hands. It would go up to a maximum of 10d4 for the cost of a 2nd level spell slot. When 6 points of fire damage per caster level, maximum 10d6. It would go up to 15d6. It would affect those 2 spells. Okay, fine, it would affect those 2 spells. Okay, I'll take Empower spell. That's an increase of 2. Sorry, I'm getting like in the weeds over here. I'll take 2 more points of damage per dice rolled to all of its targets. And all enemies in 5 feet. Oh, wait, actually? Yes, this one. I'm bolstering the spell. Metamagic Embiggen spell. It's very powerful. Embiggen it. I'll take bolster. I used to be so afraid of meta magic, and by used to, I mean like a couple weeks ago, when I just decided, oh wait, no. This is actually like understandable now that I'm looking at it. Haunting mists. An illusion of misty vapor inhabited by shadowy shapes arises around you. It's stationary. The mist obscures all sight. Attacks made in the mist or against anything in the mist must contend with total concealment. All creatures within the mist must save or take 1d2 points of wisdom damage. Give me mortal terror. Meta magic scares you. I understand. It scared me too. I'll take lightning bolt. Sure, why not? Do I want remove curse? I just remember looking at it in Dungeons and Dragons Online Unlimited and my brain just turning off. And I've never been able to properly get over that sense until like just now, apparently. Now I'm like reveling in it a little bit. Hi, Fractal. Oh, I forgot metamagic actually works differently on spontaneous casters too. Oh no. I suppose I'll take Cure Serious Wounds. We still have to Mythic her. Sorry. Spell Penetration Mythic. What do you have? You must have Evocation focus somewhere. There is Spell Penetration. There is... Shoot, where's favorite metamagic? I can take favorite metamagic bolstered. It becomes free. I'm gonna do that. Ah, shoot. I shouldn't have done that. Now I have to take another mythic power. I should have taken spell... I forgot she was 2 mythic thingies behind. Abundant casting, there you go. Well worth it. Thankfully she's not prepared, so I don't have to choose her spell slots right now. How do we do that here? Do we just do it, I guess? Yeah? Bolstered Burning Hands? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you bolster your Burning Hands? We can't bolster our Cure Light Wounds, but we can bolster Ear-Piercing Scream. Why not? It's free. I've never done this to Ember before. I don't know if I should feel bad about it. I've turned this peaceful child into a cannon. There we go. Turn this peaceful child into a cannon. Thank you, Isa. How much does persistent spell? It's 1 spell level up, right? Because I also took it for you. You've got 5th level slots now. So I'm gonna also make bolster, or not bolstered, but persistent rather. What color is persistent? Blue. Blue's persistent. Pink's persistent. So she's got persistent phantasmal killer now. So if you save against it, you get to save against it again. I'll take that instead of shadow evocation. Ah, Camellia. Make an additional attack at a full attack? Yeah, sure. Take Divine Power a couple of times. Take Fear. Take Cure Critical Wounds. Oh my golly. Righteous Might. Have some Stone Skin and some Flame Strike. Breath of Life? Doesn't that... Breath of Life can bring back recently slain creatures to life. If cast on a creature that has died within 2 rounds. We'll take a couple of that as well. Okay, everyone good? Everyone good. Persistent Phantasmal Killer. I'm so excited. I just looked at the recorded time. We've been in the office of the commander for 37 minutes. That's not that bad. We were reading stuff. It is what it is, I suppose. This is why this game takes so long. No, I want to sell that actually. Verminbane, Elven Curveblade, we're not using that. Obviously, anything with a name, I've got to put in my chest. Soul Shear, we just got that. That's for, Shaylin Boy. I shouldn't say that. That's for, Sauciel. I can remember his name. Should sort of hope. Pretty sure during Planescape Torment, there's a single conversation that lasted longer than an hour. So there were 2 ad breaks. That's wild. Okay, here. With that in mind, you take Honorable Judgment. I'm sick of looking at it. You take Soul Shear. I kind of want to keep that and maintain full plate just because it looks unique. Okay, we sleep. We're done. You mean Flower Boy? Why do you call him Flower Boy? I'm willing to bet that you have never heard this one before. This was told to me only yesterday. So, a Glabrezu, a Lelutu, and a succubus walk into a tavern in Dresden. And the tavern keeper says, pick your poison, or do you want the commander to kill you personally? Who do you think came up with that one, Darren? He's the boy with the flower. Oh, I see. Doesn't he call Shaylin the Eternal Rose? It makes sense.
Follow if you dare.
I always think of Shaylin as a, bird.
I'm off.
Hello? Oh, the door's here. Half Measure Tavern? There's an event at Half Measure Tavern. I watched a soccer game last night that had 8 red cards. That doesn't sound like a lot. Usually when I build a deck, I like to keep it like 50% red cards, not counting lands. Hi, the Tavern Keeper. Boy sitting on the counter looks about 18. He salutes you with dignity, though his eyes scarcely rise from the tavern's ledger. Ow, sorry, I deserve that. The Knight Commander at my establishment? What an honor. My name is Bai Kito. I'm the owner of the Half Measure. How should I address you? I ask because some don't like undue familiarity, while others scoff at the tediousness of ceremony and titles. I understand why you asked. You can call me by my name. Deal. I know your name, of course. Who in Dresden doesn't? So what can I do for you? Wine, a meal, a heart-to-heart talk? Why do you like sitting on the counter? What do your customers say about my new powers? They talk about you so much that you could fill a hefty tome with theories about your birth alone. You may be the new Herald of Desna, or perhaps her daughter. You were born from a beautiful flower, or you fell to Galarian with the falling stars of Numeria. The earth blossoms under your feet and water turns to ale. Incidentally, if this last one's true, please don't perform that miracle too often or you'll drive out my crisis. Hey, can you figure out how to do this on mobile? SMH, sorry. Forgive me, but your little dragon has caused a stir among the townsfolk. She pokes her nose in everywhere. I recently found her in a pickle barrel. And she scolded me for keeping yucky things in the basement instead of goodies. I don't mind. Small and relatively harmless dragons do attract customers, and they cause a not excessive amount of damage. I need to teach Ivu to like pickles. What do you have on offer? Goggles of Malakio. Whenever the wearer confirms a critical hit with any bow, the target becomes disoriented for 1d4 rounds. Ghost Touch Igniting Short Sword. Too short for my taste. And a recipe for fresh yogurt. I prefer everything I make to be fresh. Here, you want this, Verminbane Elven Curveplay, don't you? I do not want to sell Marching Terror. Vicious Hand Axe might actually... 2d6 magic damage on hit. I can't remember what I'm wielding. Oh yeah, you can configure junk, right? Non-magical and masterwork. Get out of here. I wish I could throw the +1s in there with it. Oh, it just says chainmail and breastplate, but these are actually +2 and +3. They just didn't name them. You have a baby dragon now? We got a baby dragon. It's Ivu. He's not here. Oh, Greyboar's here. He came to us from Elysium.
How can I help you?
When we ascended as some kind of Azata herald. Before you stands a dwarf. He has stern, rugged features and looks to be well armed. He fills his pipe with tobacco from Garund, lights it, and blows out a cloud of smoke. Finally, he addresses you in a deep, dignified voice. How can I help you? We already met in Canabras, didn't we?
Yes, I had a contract to assassinate a rather overconfident demon named Kylus there. I guess that counts as participation in the siege of Canabras. Not that my employer had any interest in the actual outcome of the battle. Come to think of it, the information my client provided me with was almost suspiciously accurate. They seemed to be aware both of the impending attack on Canabras and of the fact that Kylus was going to be there.
Hey, barkeep, what have you got in stock? Well, we got wine, red wine, beer, ale, plus 2 breastplate and mead. Can you hear these voice lines, by the way? I've been fiddling with volume. I want to hire you for a dragon hunt.
A large adult female? The one that's been snatching people and carrying them off? I've heard about her. That's an impressive target. I can take this job, but only if we do it soon. I'm expecting a new assignment from my regular client, and I'll have to leave as soon as I have the orders. And of course, you should know that this dragon will not come cheaply. 2,500
Just like me.
gold, paid in advance.
Yeah, alright.
Excellent. Let's get down to business. It's no easy thing to take down a dragon when you don't have wings, so you'll need to follow my lead.
I've got wings, you
The
just can't
best
see them
thing
yet.
would be to catch her by surprise in her lair, but we need to find it first. Of course, since she doesn't leave tracks, that might be tricky, but I think I have a solution. We need to go west of Dresden, to the Grimwood Forest.
I'm also impressed by large adult females, I get it.
The dragon's been seen there often. According to the scouts, this is likely because there's still some wild game left in those parts. We'll set up an ambush there. I hope I can rely on your honesty. I understand that on our way to the dragon, there may be other fights or places we need to visit for various reasons. That's to be expected. However, should I see that you are deliberately delaying the contract, or that you're dragging me off to assault some demon citadel instead of going after the dragon, we will have to revise the terms of our agreement.
Welcome back, Banana. Yeah, we'll see, Greyboar. Okay, so with future knowledge, this makes sense if he's referring to a specific demon citadel. But this scares literally everyone. That if they don't immediately run off, he's going to leave. Banana, I love you so much. I literally didn't connect this until this moment. You ever hunted dragons before? A couple of times. They were younger and smaller than this one. But I do have some experience. The important thing is to force the dragon to fight on our terms. The best option would be to catch her by surprise in her own lair. But we need to track her down first. Here's my plan. We'll wait for her to go out hunting, then we'll track her down. This dragon has been spotted in the skies above Grimwood. Territory has multiple sources of fresh water and even some wild game, although it's scarce. We'll go there, set up an ambush for the dragon. We'll try to wound her, and then using the trail of blood, I'll track the dragon to her lair, where we'll finish her off. But it's important that we act quickly. We need to get this done before my regular client give me a new assignment. That's what he said. I'll have to leave as soon as that happens. We can stop there. Whatever you say, personally, I'm not one for talking. Just remember you hired me exclusively to hunt this dragon. If you're planning on going further west into demon-occupied territory, that will not be covered under our contract. Well, no level ups. He comes with Crushing Cold and Dwarven War Axe +3. Whenever this +3 Adamantine Frost Hand Axe confirms a critical hit, it casts a Code of Cold spell as an 11th level wizard. What a thing to just come with. Oh yeah, I don't think I actually looked at Radiance. It is now a +2 Cold Iron Longsword. It's still... How does it compare with Longsword +2? Slightly better, technically. Have the real Radiance. Why do we still have 4 +1 scimitars? You got studded leather +2? Yeah, that's better for you. Have a Cloak of Bloodscent. Yeah, that looks great on you. Oh, you're coming with a Belt of Giant Strength +4? I guess I'll let you keep that. I've only got a +2. Oh yeah, I can show off Ivu here. I was kind of sad I was talking about her and not able to show her. There she is. She doesn't have a belt at all. It's so sad. It increases the animal companion's base speed by 10 feet and grants it an additional attack of opportunity. Incredible. She's a fairy dragon with little shiny wings. Couldn't remember if she was actually a fairy dragon or not. I didn't want to be incorrect. He's very small currently, but that's okay because I am too. Oh. We're in the streets of Dresden, now occupied by the citizens instead of demons.
I do what I must.
A painter who isn't Sauciel? Wild. Do you ever just applaud an artist? I guess people do. There's a decent amount of Twitch streams that are like that. People directly applauding artists. Orcus Worm. Size category small, +1 to attack AC and cute score. Oh, she's got an outstanding cute score. There's literally nothing interesting to talk to this man about. He is the exact same individual that he was in the previous settlement. Sauciel, hi. Ember, hello. It's the neighborhood... What are you called? They're a theater troupe. Wait, they've got... These are gnome actors, not halfling actors. I was gonna say. Munch. Troubadours and proper spoony at that. They are. They're the spooniest.
We do it my way.
Oh, we can see Nura. After everything went down. Oh, can we not see Nura? There she is. Come to gloat. I need information. Do you? And what would I give it to you? Because helping me is your only chance to earn a pardon. She didn't seem to want one before. How about a deal? You give me information, I give you freedom. I have many ways to make you talk. I like think about it and answer your own question. You're just here to toy with me, you scumbag. Yes, I'm at your mercy. You can send me to the gallows or to the rack, but do you think I'm going to roll over and just save my hide? What's going to stop you from finding out everything you want and then hanging me all the same? On second thought, you know what? I don't care. I don't care about you or the demons or myself, especially not myself. What do you want? Demon hordes keep attacking us without warning, as if they're appearing out of thin air. Do you know how they're doing it? I can't say for sure, but I've heard rumors. There's a place called the Molten Scar where the Grey Road makes a sharp turn and forks. It must be hard to miss. It's a big gorge with lava flowing at the bottom. A Vrock sorceress has a lair there. If you continued your offense beyond Dresden, the Vrock was supposed to organize an army at your flank and cut you off from behind. I don't know what it means. Maybe she maintains a rift there. Thank you. Who's that huge demon? That was Darazand, the leader of those poor creatures who had been ordered to fill the ditches of Dresden with their bodies and break the walls of the city with their heads. Had them run drills every day, and every day they had to scrape someone off the ground. Lucky that dwarf chased him off. Darazand alone could hold off a small army. Not me, though. He'll be back, and all of you here will be as good as dead. I have got persistent phantasmal killer. Oh, no more questions. I can just free her. That seems like a bad idea. Sleepy cannot be denied. Oh. Good night, friend. Get lots of rest right after saying hello to Sybil. At least you got to say hello to Sybil. Get lots of rest. It was really good to see you. Hope you wake up feeling rested, energized, gleeful. Noble, 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 peasant. I should really go back and talk to Anivia, but she's all the way up there at the top of the stairs.
Follow if you dare.
Oh hey, it's the banner. I stole it from my Amade and reforged it in my own image. Well, I guess in the Azada's image. I actually can't tell her about it. I can just go to it. Anyway. I regret to inform you, I remembered that the Crusade combat segment is a thing. Which is not here, actually. Okay.
I'm off.
You know, we can drop land for Grey Boar. I'm enticed by Ember. We can replace Darren with Ember. For a minute. Camellia is necessary because she's got trickery skill. The Commander's Court. We gotta head to this beautiful ridge. Oh, and Heaven's Edge, but we need Darren for that. Alright, alright. I'm gonna take a really quick break. We'll be back in just a few minutes. See you very soon. Welcome back. We've been presented with a lot of demons. Cassidy, welcome back. We have one army of worth, but oh golly. A bunch of random troops. What are you? Paladins? 2 paladins, and what are you? 45 champions. Where's like my army? Oh, shoot. I wasted some movement. And it's not in my sleevies. Bunny, welcome back. I don't have any infantry. Or footmen, rather. I replaced them with Hell Knights. There's 50 mounted scouts. They have 44 hit points each. Or 24 Hell Knights with 159 hit points each. I think that's what this means. I think I will keep my Hell Knights, unfortunately. But maybe I can have 2 functional armies. If I funnel all the footmen into this, and all of the mounted scouts. Good night, Bunny. Get lots of good eat. Hope you wake up very rested. Paladins and champions. I'm not going to use this, but it gives me 1 fewer army over here. I've got good army, poor army, storage. Saves come. We can blow up your archers. Incredible. That's what having high morale gets you. This is fine, honestly. Incredible. Thank you, archers. I didn't realize how few rangers we have. Well, to be fair, a bunch of them did get cut down by the cavalry just now. But we could potentially replace them with champions or paladins, maybe. We have 11. We have 11 of them. But the melee units scare me. I've got one. A gang of cutthroats who sold their conscience for demon gold have been destroyed. Their chief, a battle-hardened, scar-ridden mercenary laden with valuable artifacts, is hanging on the noose. The trophies he received for murder will come in useful for the Crusaders. We got Bracers of Heavy Hand. These bracers grant the wearer a +3 damage on rolls, or +3 bonus on damage rolls with the offhand weapon when dual wielding or wielding a two-handed weapon. Can I put those on immediately? What are my bracers? Lucky bracers? Garbage. Get out of here. What does it do? AC and saves? Worthless. Give me +3 bonus to my left-handed attacks. Well, left-handed damage, rather. Oh, yeah. We can recruit more people as well. We can get more Hell Knights. So expensive. Okay, fine. Where are they? That's actually useful, thank you. No! I didn't mean to do that. They're so confident. They should have this, right? They do not have this. Not even close. I'm sorry. I gotta load so far back. I was trying to merge them down here. Okay, Hell Knights. Get them. Get in there properly. This is technically better, but I'm taking it. Let them flee. I mean, why not? Let them flee. Those extra 19 Hell Knights were extra scary. And bracers. And we're back where we were. Oh, hello. Fireball you. Does that get rid of that? It does not. The Vescavars are just still there. I'm sure that's fine. They just walk on past me. Fireball the Vescavors. Isa, welcome back. Defeating the horde of flying monsters swooping from the sky, many crusaders got thinking that the battle tactics they know are not always suited to demon confrontation. With every new battle, the army gains valuable experience, and soldiers are eager to learn, for their lives depend on it. It was just experience. We can have more infirmary, additional experience, and an additional feat at level 20. 15 bonus to combat morale per level of this feat. Well, our morale's really good. Don't worry about it. Reducing enemy morale. Now that's something. Take Zealous Student. Cassidy's gaslighting you. Is she doing a good job? We can maybe almost get here. Or we can retreat and start hitting these, which might be better. What are you up to? Finance points? Okay, can you hit this army over here? It says you'll be good at it. I feel like this army should get movement bonuses because they've got mounted scouts. Maybe not just for mounted scouts, but it'd be cool if some units gave you a movement point bonus. You would never. She's girl bossing. She's doing a good job. Cass, I'm so proud of you. Back to our party. We can hit the commander's courts. Demon's army approaching. A day has passed already. There's so much management. You're headed to bed. You have to be up early with no snoozes. Aww. I love you. Thank you for the lovely company. Good luck on my path and my wrath and my righteous. Good night, Isa. Get lots of rest. See you in the morning. The Logistic Council is assembled and awaits the commander at the headquarters for the first meeting. Well, you can hold off on that. Healing the giants. Oh, and studying the Sword of Valor. A group of warriors has been subjected to a dangerous potion that has turned them into giants. They need to be cured. Crusade morale increases by 20. So here's the thing. What if we just hold this until our morale drops? And then we can hit that. It'll just be in our back pocket. This is proper politics. We can cure those soldiers whenever we want. But what if we do it just before the election? The Sword of Valor, the great relic of the Crusaders, mysteriously changed upon coming into contact with the commander. You can hit that anytime. Yeah, exactly. What does this mean? Clerics and wizards could shed some light on the artifact's properties.
Yosh.
Isa, thank you for the head pats. Are you rewarding this behavior? Oh. Isa, hello. Oh yeah, we can teleport. We can teleport to a fort in which the teleportation circle is built. So we can't teleport, but it's something that comes up later. Oh, Greybor decided to have a mythic awakening. Defensive study. Your studied target ability gives you a bonus to AC against the target of your studied target ability equal to the bonus this ability gives you on attack rolls. I couldn't parse any of that, but I get it. You get a bonus to AC against the creature you target. I remember / we were talking about Slayers. They work via studying a specific target, which is kind of better favored enemy, I think. You choose one target a certain number of times per day instead of choosing certain types of creature. Abundant casting, I don't believe you get spells as a Slayer. Every round, as long as you make at least one melee attack, you gain a +2 bonus on damage rolls with melee weapons, up to a maximum of +10. Enticing. Because he's also a 2-weapon fighter, so he makes a lot of attacks, so that's an increasing bonus on every single attack. I'll take it, why not? The other thing's AC, why would you take that? Incorrect, you fool. It just says with melee weapons. It's once per round. The increase is once per round. So I get a +2 the first round I use it on 4 attacks. And then the second round I use it, I get a +4 on 4 attacks, right? Right, but you don't get a bonus for each attack. Yeah, I didn't think you did, sorry. I'm just saying it's a +2 on 4 attacks, which is good. Additional sneak attack. Your penalties on attack rolls for fighting with 2 weapons are reduced by 2. Hammer the Gapper. I have not been allowed to level this dwarf once. I can, however, give him +2 to offhand attacks. Oh, and more. Every time you hit a target in melee combat, you leave a mark on it. Mark target. Anyone attacking the mark target deals additional divine damage equal to 1d6 per your mythic rank to the target, consuming the mark. Consuming the mark, so it's only once. Okay. You don't automatically miss when you roll a 1. That seems so lame, frankly. I guess give me the extra AC. Or Thundering Blows, just because you make a lot of attacks and one of them's bound to miss. I'll take Thundering Blows. We completely missed the Commander's Court. Amelia's bar is hot bar, more like hot mess. You know what? You've got like no feats to make this work, so you're probably not going to overcome spell resistance. How about you? Is this good? +4 strength and constitution. I just said something about this. +4 to strength, -2 to dex. That's -1 to attack. +2 to damage, which is power attack, except it's not because she gets dex to damage. Maybe that's not ideal anyway. Divine Power, that'll work for you. My itty bitty fairy dragon. Hit them with your sonic breath. Steady target swift and steady target normal. Steady opponent you can see as a move action. Character gains +1 bonus on weapon attack and damage rolls. Save DC of character class abilities against that opponent increased by 1. If we deal sneak attack damage to the target, we steady that target, allowing to apply studied target bonuses against the target. Okay. And we can do this as a swift action. Oh! Ivu, stop it. I mean, Ivu's not doing anything. Stop hitting Ivu is what I mean. You can try our Phantasmal Killer just for fun. What's your deal, Flesh Sack? Wisdom's 16. Constitution's massive, though. But you think, right? You do. I'm gonna try it. It freaking died. It works. We overcame spell resistance. It failed its will save. It succeeded at its fortitude save, had to try again because it was persistent, and freaking died. I guess I won't get on my stunned dog. It feels bad, though. We can... No, we don't want to cast that one. We want to cast... Bolstered Scorching Ray. Let's get rid of our non-bolstered version so we don't do that by accident. I'm just looking at these spells, a little bit afraid of her. Oh. You know what? Never mind. Sorry, I went back and forth on this like 3 times. I was alternatively saying we have to overcome spell resistance for each ray, and then rephrasing it in my brain as we get to try again on spell resistance for each ray, and not deciding which way I actually felt on it. Oh. Ivu just has 6 attacks. Just... Why do you have 6 attacks? Oh my god, look at her. Ivu, no. It slightly hurts not having Lan, I suppose. These archers would already be dead. Hmm. Hmm. Light of Angels. We'll just, You resist electricity, right? You resist electricity less. She does have a Wandering Witch Hex. Incredible. You can just pick anything for that. She is still standing. She's not quite as devastating as I thought.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
We'll get her. We'll get her eventually. You know what would have really helped is haste. She's immune to create pit. Did the pit form? I think the pit still should have formed. They don't resist sonic damage, actually. We'll try this. 8. Well done.
Simply business.
Oh my gosh, can you just not get up there? That might be a problem. Just, Nenyo, can you just, you just succeeded on the will save twice. She's unstoppable. I'm starting to remember, did I take like Ascendant Element on the Ember? You can totally get up there. Greyboar just got confused. Okay, this is fine.
It's your time to cease to exist.
You're just having some landless growing pains. Oh, it looks like they're taking fire resistance out. I thought I gave her like Ascendant Element Fire or something, but that might just be on the list. Manually tell him to climb up the mountain this time. Do not trust him as a Pathfinder. No! You just give her a divine zap. Thank goodness. Give me your shock composite longbow +1. I am out of here so hard.
I'm gone.
We have looped back around to Dresden. Gonna enter? No. Maybe. You know what? We'll try it. Our general's at full power. I could have looked at the content of the army first. The Basu seems problematic. That was a very low roll. You just kind of did that to no one, huh? The Hell Knights will be fine. They like being a wall. We probably don't have to do anything about the Navasu, honestly. The cultists and all these ghouls, we might want to do something about. Oh. Do your best. It's not going great, honestly. The Hell Knights are paralyzed, or something. +1 bonus to attack for 3 rounds. It dispels Bane. This is a divine spell. It's fucked, Commander. It's gonna be just fine. We'll just blast our problems away. You don't have to lie, Commander. There's nowhere to route anyway. The tide is so turning. We're coming out of here, mark my words, 0 losses. Because we're going to just blast everything with fireballs and cure someone before we defeat the last unit. Like it leaves the top losses to hide them. No. We still got so much infirmary space. You belong in the infirmary? Oh no, are you okay? Or are you just not feeling very firm? See, it's fine. Little wounded, but you know, intact. Didn't know what to say to interact. Aw. We got Edge of Force. Whenever the wielder of this +2 Cold Iron Dagger casts a spell with Force descriptor, it deals additionally 2 force damage per dice rolled. You know what? Ninyo. What if you just hold this? You can't one-hand a quarterstaff though, can you? Even though it looks like that's what you're doing. You cannot. This is for what, an illusion spell? +1 DC of all will saving throws against spells the wielder casts. So Phantasmal Killer or Magic Missile. Well, we can do both. Hides the stolen nurse name tag. Yes. Yeah, I trust you. Love that the infirmary just patches them up, and they're like, yeah, we can fight another entire battle in the same day, why not? Dretch, absolutely get out of here. See, that's exactly what I was trying to avoid. That's fine, actually. Everyone's okay. Looks at the name tag. Stacy, thanks for coming in. What's the needle for? Good night, Cass. I love you. Get lots of rest. Right. There's a reason we were focusing on the Brimwork is because our blaster can't blast it. We can blast the rock though. We can protect our archers. Contains 11 Vitabones and Spice-A-Bones. You'll love it. I love Spice-A-Bones. It's great that we can fight our army right to the point of exhaustion every single battle, and they're completely fine. As long as we don't go over this threshold. Get home safe, Banana. What first appeared to be a stone enclosure used for demonic sacrifices actually turned out to be a desecrated ancient shrine where Sarkorian druids once offered their prayers many ages past. Soon it will once again become a bastion of peace and spiritual fortitude. We got an energy point. Oh, this is daily income. It's not just one energy point, thank goodness. Can we get one more? We can! Spice-A-Bones. I didn't realize they also have a general. Gretch has been removed. Sounds like that medicine everyone tries to make you take that they say will also make food taste better. Do they? Oh! Oh no! That's bad. Technically they're fine, but I can't heal them now. Your food is always better when your ankle isn't broken. You know what? That's fair. This needle slowly to hide the KFC secret recipe label. The protective slime. Oh, that's a problem. What happens if we cure the Hell Knights? Do we get infirmary space back? Yeah, so don't worry. Those rangers that you just saw get beheaded, don't worry. They're in the infirmary. They're gonna be just fine. We just need to keep pumping our Hell Knights. You're gonna do some house chores, you'll be back? Have good chores, Michi. What a fucking demonic minotaur. Is that dirtbag from Minos? You know what? Kinda. I don't know why they made minotaurs demons in this one. I guess just this brand of minotaur is a demon. But they got the whole labyrinth deal still. I can't remember their name. Baphomet. They made Baphomet a minotaur. Or maybe he just really likes minotaurs. But he's also got this whole labyrinth deal. I feel like this is actually just going to work, and I feel like it kind of shouldn't. They kind of were in D&D, just for whatever reason they had a prime material version. Then the Welcome to the Blood Wars Minos version. I'm gonna accelerate combat. As long as we heal every round, we might not lose anyone, actually. That's so silly. It just took all our energy points. It's fine. Our daily income has increased 100 finance points, and we also got 3,000 finance points up front. Can't believe that shit. Our general in the infirmary just delicately screwing the rangers' heads back on. The forces of the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth have been destroyed, and now there is no obstacle to sending scouts within the enemy territory. The reports will make the supply lines safe from the sudden attacks. This army might be able to do some stuff, maybe? We can place an explosive trap. Oh, this is how we do it. I get you. I was like, well, this is grayed out, so we can't use it. No, that's how this game gets you. You absolutely can. They lost their turn due to low morale. We're crushing them. Spiritually. And we're just getting crushed a little bit physically. It's fine. We can... Yeah, we're not getting that back either. Those clerics are dead. We can drop their AC and saving throws. We can drop their AC and saving throws. Oh! We're targeting specific units. So these are what? Infantry? We're hunting their infantry. Huh. Why do we do more damage from there? I do not understand how this game works, to be completely honest with you. But it says that deals more damage for some reason. Oh, you can actually heal yourself. You can restore your own hit points. You know, a little bit. Yeah, we already got them all in the last time. Oh! He's so demoralized. He's actually fleeing. That was not great placement. I felt so confident. Oh, there's not flanking. There's just like facing and back attacks in this. I mean, we did have losses, but we did it. How much did we actually lose? We got 4 clerics back out of 7. 1 cavalry out of... Or they're mounted scouts, actually. 1 out of 36. And 1 footman out of 8. You know what? Okay. Keeper's Canyon used to be an important relay point for the river traffic between Dresden and Canabras. Now the small but once thriving port town lies in ruins, but its sturdy harbor may still come in handy when the supply ships from Endev arrive. 5 material points every day. We get to level up. We get Cure Wounds. That would have been awesome. Has become confused for 1 round. Inflicts a -1 penalty to speed for 1 round. Stone Throw. Stone Throw sounds like Firebolt. So we're gonna take it. One more. We should be able to do 1 more before the ads call us away. Oh, except we can only throw 1 rock. But the upside is this general's powers, none of them appear to use power, except for Cure Wounds, of course. Yes. We'll smite this horse. Throw a rock at this guy. Oh, it's so much bigger than I imagined. They're always dogpiling the cleric. At least they can heal themselves faster than they can heal others. We can also heal the cleric now. Terrified. Let them flee. Freaking noises they make. I guess I shouldn't be making fun of their, like, death cries. Oh no, we're getting added. We gotta accelerate combat. We got there, just in time. Alright, I'll be back in just a few minutes. Welcome back. We had a better fight. All the rapacious mercenaries on their high-mettled horses turned out to be foreigners from an unknown distant land. Among the trophies in the back of their shrieking leader, the soldiers found an unusual ring. Okay, so maybe they were just trying to, like, live in a portion of the... I mean, I didn't read the header. I guess they were causing problems. We got an herbal ring, +4 morale bonus on saving throws against disease, nausea, and sickened effects. Another level up? They deserve it, frankly. All enemy units have another -15 penalty to combat morale per level. Well, this is the other 15. Maximum size of the army by 1 per level. An additional unit type. Or even worse morale for the opponents. I've been really enjoying low morale. I'll take it. I'm not going to try to fight that level 7 army, though. You're not an army. Sorry, I didn't realize this is what that was. I thought this was, recruitment. Let me in. No, let me in Dresden. We gotta talk to people about stuff. No, Aivu, look at her. Sealkind? Before you stands a tall, fit man whose dark hair is already tinged with gray. He greets you with a brisk military salute. My name is Captain Sealkind. I command the vanguard of a mercenary group called the Blackstone Company. We've come from Andran to assist you. Good. Why'd you join up with us? Queen Galfrey paid for our services, but please, do not think we're fighting for gold alone. We are true sons and daughters of Andoran, so the ideals of equality and resisting enslavement ring true in our hearts. We'll be glad to stand in the way of demons who seek to force mortal kind into bondage. The bulk of our company made camp in Nerosian, but the vanguard, consisting of our finest soldiers, if I may add, was put under your command. Tell me more about the unit. The Blackstone Company is proud to be recognized as one of the finest Andoran mercenary regiments. We're not a bunch of unscrupulous sellswords looking to oppress the innocent and serve the tyrants of the world. No. We're adventurers eager to get involved in a dangerous enterprise and leave it with pockets full of gold and a clear conscience. Why we held a vote among our units. We are glad to accept Queen Galfrey's invitation to join the crusade, though some of our commanders, did voice their displeasure with the sum she offered. But like I said, we Andorans are a free people who cannot be pushed around and who cannot be bought, only convinced. It's good to know. Get on with your duties. Yes, ma'am. Glad to be under your command. Captain Sealkin salutes you again, smiles, and adds in a softer voice. It will be an honor to serve with you, Commander. If you have any questions, let me know. If you need to talk, I'd be happy to lend an ear. It's them! Grandma Gretlin lowers herself into a bow. Good day, your commandership. It is we, the artistic board of the next door theater. We are still working on our piece about your heroism. We have even taken on a few new crew members. We now have a master of stage equipment and scenery. It's my granddaughter, Tina. Tina, say hello to your commandership. We are faced with another dilemma. We simply can't decide on a climactic moment for the act that's all about the Battle of Dresden. Here, you listen to the opinions. Grandma Gretlin holds up a scroll before her eyes and begins to read, running a gnarled finger along each line. Option 1. The commander, that's you, launches herself out of a catapult and smashes down the fortress wall, allowing the armies to rush inside. Option 2. The commander, that's still you, masquerades as a Baylor and creeps into Dresden in disguise, then opens the gates to the Crusaders. Option 3. The commander, still you again, rides to attack on an enormous mountain goat, or should we call it a battering ram, and it breaks down the city gates. Well, what say you? Well, one of those rings more true than the others. But I don't ride a goat. That's right, but how should I put it? It seemed important for us to portray you as a rider. And the goat is a kind of metaphor. But what about my dog? Well, I like the version where I ride in on an enormous goat. But where are you going to get a goat of that size? We're working on that part, your commandership. It's hard to get a goat in the middle of the whirlwind, especially an enormous one. But we'll think of something, don't you worry. Grandma Gretlin and her entourage move away, but their voices project so well you can easily hear the rest of their conversation. Do you think the commander will mind if we add the goat to the catapult and the catapult to the show? That way the bit where she breaks down the gates will make for much better drama. Just want to remind you who's playing the role of Commander Makia. What about her? She thinks we're putting on serious drama. She'll hit the roof when she hears about your catapults. Calm yourself, Tina. It's just a minor snag. You can't achieve success without a few difficulties along the way. We'll think of something, you'll see. Hello? Jorgalinda Stranglehold. Hail, Commander. A middle-aged dwarf who has clearly seen some combat salutes you with one barely moving bone-dry hand. On her face are huge, scarred claw marks. A black eye patch covers one eye, and she's watching you with the other, intent and somber. Jorgalinda Stranglehold, chair of the Logistics Council, at your service. We've got ourselves an ugly situation that requires your decision. Hopefully this council will benefit from my vast experience surviving with gear that consists of rocks and sticks, and where any dinner that's not squirming on your plate is considered a feast. All in all, kinda like our crusade. Lan, you are not in charge of logistics, especially after that comment. I do not want my logistics logistics head being like, well, when I was a kid, I made do with rocks and grubs, so can our soldiers. I won't lie to you, our logistics are a mess. We need more of everything, and what we do have is in disarray. Crates of provisions are rotting away in storehouses because some idiot quartermaster spilled beer on the papers, and fools are not the worst problem. There's also theft. Some officers grease palms to get a helmet with stylish plumage or a fancy blade from Neurosin. Meanwhile, that means that ordinary soldiers are being armed with barely more than kitchen knives. Hammer and tongs, it's time to give the entire logistics staff the bum's rush. Question is, where do we find capable and honest people to replace them? Let's get more veterans on the job. People who have had their fill of the front lines and know firsthand what life is like for a common soldier. What the rations taste like, and how the boots are always the wrong size. I mean, that's honestly a fair idea. My suggestion is to call some experienced, well-connected supply officers from Neurosian. Let them leave their cushy jobs in Mindev and work up a sweat for the good of the Crusade. I mean, that might be a better idea. Okay, so the actual effects. All trainable units gain only the Essentials feat. That sounds bad. Plus 10% bonus to max HP. Plus 1 bonus to attack and all saving throws. That's so much better. Well, they're comparable, which is good, but I'd rather them be well equipped. For Galinda, what are the Council's responsibilities? Logistics Council deals with all matters relating to supplying the army. Most issues will be trivial and undeserving of your attention. However, from time to time, serious decisions will need to be made. And that's when we'll convene the council. Just get the Neurosian logistics committee. Will do. Soon we'll have quartermasters with a friend or two even on the Royal Council. And it's decided, no matter what our new quartermasters are like, there's no possible way they can be worse than what we have now. Results will be reported to you, and if anything else comes up, we'll call the council right away.
We do it my way.
Quick rest. We're all exhausted already. Dreams have puzzled the minds of mortals since ancient times. Strangely, the most obvious explanation for the mystery of dreams has appeared quite recently. The most obvious, but obviously wrong one, is that dreams are but the delirium of a tired mind as it digests the day's events. Ancient humans were much smarter when they thought dreams were messages of good patrons, or the opposite, the interventions of demonic powers. In this case, both hypotheses are correct, illogical as that may be. The commander is asleep. In her anxious dream, she sees blood-stained stones, smoking torches, rusty chains and bars. Once again, she is in the dungeons of Dresden's, chained in a cell. Huge demons lumber around, clawing at the filthy walls with a horrifying sound. Death in their fanged jaws seems imminent, but more painful still is the expectation of tortures that never begin. Unable to move, barely conscious, in a horrible semi-delirium, the commander silently waits, I suppose. The silence, broken only by the sound of rough claws against the rusty bars, weighs on the mind like a boulder. The fever of endless expectation is broken by a whisper, a gentle brush of fresh air in the stifling darkness. The ruby eyes of a demoness peer at the commander through the bars. She is similar to the other creatures of the abyss, but also entirely dissimilar. Remember me? I'm a Ruchelet. You gave me the gift of freedom. Now I will set you free. The chains holding the commander's body crumble to dust. The dark visitor takes a step towards her, passing through the bars as easily as if they were made of paper. She holds out her hand. Fly with me. In response, the commander can only mumble, I've been expecting you. And I've come. The dungeon disappears. Now the demoness and the commander are flying over a moonlit plain. Enemies are hunting you. Demons that have somehow acquired unusual powers that are unprecedented among common demons. You are also hunting them. You are trying to figure out who is sending them and where the source of their power lies. I will show you where to find the answer. A finger with a manicured claw points down to a cliff top, where stands an ancient fortress slowly crumbling to dust. A bell without a tongue, an insane crone, make it speak once more, and she won't be able to keep her silence either. She will give you all the answers. Wake up and try to understand what happened in the dream. The images fade away. The commander opens her eyes and whispers a word. Unknown, alien, brought by the passing dream. Green Gates, the name of a fortress. If the demoness is to be believed, what a curious notion. There is a deranged crone hiding there who knows where the demons with those unheard of abilities are coming from. It'll be intriguing to learn who this crone is, what she knows, and whether this dream is but a trick to lure the commander into a trap. But we cannot find out without visiting the place from the dream. Also, I guess we haven't rested yet. Have you ever wondered why the gods do not simply solve all the world's ills themselves without paladins and crusades? Some gods would be eager to solve mortals' problems for them. Rovagug, for instance, but we wouldn't like the result. Oh my gosh, when you rest here, people who aren't in your party help to heal you. I never noticed that before. We're getting extra healing from Sauciel to make sure we didn't have to rest super long. There's still an event here. Issue an order that'll allow Irabeth. I did that. I can clean up more armies. I was thinking about the reason this game invites you to play it so much is there's so many different like modes of play, especially when you get to this point. How quickly can these Rift Drakes get here, I wonder? I'll try just to bless this time. Maybe I should swap out the Rangers. Then again, these are pretty tanky, I'm guessing. Oh no. They have... Is that 178 hit points each? Still totally fine. Sorry. Sorry I had to go through that, but I didn't want to spend any energy I didn't have to. Furries have discovered what attracted such a horde of monsters, an impressive ambulant laboratory belonging to some insane alchemist. The laboratory had been mercilessly plundered, and the jars of elixirs and ingredients bore sinister holes through which the hideous creatures had consumed their contents like some exquisite nectar. Luckily, some of the alchemist's inventory survived, and now belongs to the Crusaders. We found 60 energy points. Maybe energy points isn't what I think it is. I thought I'd be able to go there that way. Do your best, Army B. Hmm. We're good? We're good, like, mostly. That's just locusts. I can't smite locusts. I can smite Babao, though. Oh, is it worth it, though? It takes so much health when I hit them. 6 clerics die whenever they slap Babao. Okay, help to heal the clerics. I'm nauseated. I can do nothing but run. Demoralized, terrified, trembling at my presence. Thank goodness this general can't just stab me with his massive spear. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna throw a rock at the Babaos. I swear. Get out of here. You just got back? No, not you, the Babaos. You be nice to your bot? No, not my bot even. The Babaos. These guys. Besides, I don't have to be nice to Alibot. Oh, the scouts are sick. Please. Let me empty the infirmary some. Okay, cavalry's fine again. Mounted scouts even. That was unwise. Oh, thank goodness. We finally got under the threshold. Okay, we can do some damage to the swarm. I thought you were demoralized and missing a turn or running away or something. I forgot all about the hunt skills as well, but I've been madly healing, I suppose. What do you think a swarm of bug is? Infantry? Nope. It simply must be cavalry. Sybil, thank you for the boop. We got there. The enemy, which threatened to strike at the rear of the Crusader army, was defeated. The Crusaders can approach Dresden with no need to watch for an attack from the rear. They even get a level up. They got Pit Trap. It immediately ends the turn of the activating unit, except flying units. I mean, not bad. We can also have Bless, Penetrating Strike, or Bane. All enemies receive -1 penalty to attack for 3 rounds. I think I'd rather get a +1 bonus to attack for 3 rounds and Dispel Bane. Going straight into another one. We can wait until the end of the round. We can't delay, but we can wait. You know what? Sure. I see, because it flies. It's right in the name. It is immune to the trap. What is this? Zombies? That's gonna be just fine, I'm sure. I'm not going to attempt to smite the flies. There's no way they're evil. They're just flies. They don't make moral judgments. That's the only redeeming quality they've got. Free pit trap. It's only 1 square. There's no way a zombie's gonna know to avoid that. The zombie avoided that. I'm gonna throw a rock at it. We can definitely smite this. Can we? We can't cure wounds, the zombie. We can! Incredible. That means we can also lay on hands it. Three to 15. We can lay on hands it for so much. We don't need to cure wounds again, almost certainly. Whoa. Get his ass. I don't know, I just assumed that because it was a different mode and these abilities are not exactly as they are in the normal adventuring mode, they just weren't coded to work like that, but egg on my face, I guess. This old Sarkorian graveyard was ravaged by a group of flesh-eating ghouls. They mangled the corpses or turned them into walking dead, but the valuable items buried in the graves proved to be of no interest to them. Magician's Ring. +5 competence on use magic device skill checks, and increases the save DC for all spells of the illusion skill, illusions school by 2. Not just will saves. All saves. Quarterstaff, you are replaced. Now Nenyo has a knife. Oh. Oh, these are Blackstone or whatever. Yeah, sorry, Blackstone. You're now storage too. Even though some of those units probably better than the Rangers, I should probably replace the Rangers. I don't know how to get to my court. Unless I started the wrong way.
This will be quick.
It's gonna take me multiple days to figure out how to get to that location right beside Dresden. Hello, Ash Giants. Gracious.
No glory without
Thank you, Sela. You really brought me right back down.
I'll cut you wide open.
Oh! Bismuth. Okay, we got just the thing. Burning Arc. Yeah, you know, I should have moved her first. That's on me. That was perhaps unwise, just a little bit. I got too excited. I was like, well, she's not right beside it. It's not like this massive giant can reach her 6 feet away. That's complete safety. You know what? Everyone gets outflank. And bless.
You're in my way.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Thank you for making me feel valuable for giving you outflank. I think no one's missed yet. They get +2 when flanking instead of +4. And in this game, flanking just means there's someone in your general vicinity. Poor Bismuth. Okay, Ember, redeem yourself. Noxie, hello.
Follow if you dare.
It was not nearly as long as the last surprise attack. Oh my gosh, it's up, actually, to get to the commander's court. As you approach, the commotion at the top of the ridge dies down for a moment before soaring to new heights. It's her, yes! Look at the butterflies! Hello? There's a dragon here too, you know. I'm way more interesting than a butterfly, and it was me who asked Alusa to come here anyway. Who's a good little dragon? Ivu's a good little dragon. You see your old friends, the 3 Desnan adepts from Canabra, standing at the head of the crowd. Alusa, finally! We rushed here as soon as we heard what happened in Dresden. We brought friends, too. Except we've only just met some of them. Allow me to introduce them. Matrice Ola Devara, the illustrious exiled alchemist. Those formidable warriors there are halflings from the temple of Caldera Zuzaristan, the goddess of battle and recklessness. This is the famous street artist, Maestro Avon Turin. A pseudonym, of course. Rare is the administrative building in Aveston that has escaped his brush. And here, in front, we have our mounted gnomish contingent, the cavalry sculptors. We've all come to help you fight the forces of the Abyss. Why was Maitri so exiled? Prejudice, that's why. The disheveled woman shakes her head in disdain. Her clothes look as though they've been singed a dozen times over and dragged through various paints at least a dozen times more. For some reason, people are suspicious of alchemists who worship Cade and Kayleen. Reasonable. That's, the god of alcohol, bravery, and freedom. I mean, it's reasonable that he'd be upset about that. She'd be upset about that. She'd be upset about that. They also consider my experiments dangerous, which is utterly preposterous. For one, science comes at a price after all, and besides, it wasn't I who caused the explosion back in Absalom and raised half a block. There it is. I mean, I wasn't even there. Still, now that I'm surrounded by open-minded people, I'll be able to unleash my talents and show those demons that bombs can protect us as well as any prayers. What are the goddess Caldera and her worshippers famous for? A belligerent-looking halfling salutes you with his sword. Caldera is the goddess of mischief, battle, and luck, and a close friend of Desna the Moon Mother. Caldera is not the goddess of strategic planning, to put it that way. As her worshippers, we charge headlong into battle, leading others into the fray, and we despise evil in all its forms. My friends and I have long waited to support the Crusades, but this is the first time we've seen a leader we're willing to follow. I always knew we halflings would play a key role in the Crusades sooner or later. Ibis should fear us, that's what I say. An artist on a crusade? A street artist to boot? Dusty galleries and pompous patrons aren't quite my scene, is Maestros Avon's dignified response. I only paint in places where everyone can see my work and appreciate its special meaning. I used to paint flowers and the sun on the walls of besieged forts to make the attacking armies realize they were destroying another's peace and joy. Aw, thank you so much for the follow. You're anonymous, but I appreciate it. I once depicted the acts of Iamade in a painting in the middle of the Chalaxian capital. Not because I worship her, but rather to remind the people of Chalax that this proud tyrant toppling goddess was born there. I don't yet know what I will create here in the Worldwood, but I must play some part in the salvation of this land. Cavalry sculptors? Exactly. One of the gnomes sitting in the saddle grins happily, looking from head to toe a brigand. The cavalry sculptors are an ancient and revered gnomish society. In certain circles, that is. Our only rivals are the pikemen confectioneers. I would like to meet the pikemen confectioners. But they don't have a noble legend that tells of the creation of their society, unlike us. According to this legend, a brave gnome knight once participated in a battle that lasted many days. He had to ride into battle down one and the same path, past one and the same boulder. Soon, he was fed up with it. He started to chip off a piece of the boulder each time he rode past it, eventually carving it into a giant apple. The little game turned out to be so captivating that soon the knight's entire squad began to do the same. And then the enemy joined in too. It goes without saying that they were all gnomes. The war soon ended, but before it did, they had carved all kinds of fruit and vegetables from a dozen boulders and a couple of rocks. All well mounted too. And that is how our noble society was born. That's honestly beautiful and wonderful. Sorry, my voice is dying. And my lips. Are you all going to join my army? Of course not, Aranka replies, clearly speaking for everyone. We didn't come here to march around in neat little rows like the Crusaders who have come before us. We're here to answer the call of our hearts, and we're going to help you in every way we can. We'll all do something for our cause, but we are free spirits. We take orders from no one, and we certainly do not join in on other people's war games. Army discipline and the Grey Walls of Dresden do not stir our hearts, Alusa. Yet, I know that you are the wind of change we've been waiting for. In Canabras, I witnessed your kindness, bravery, and tenacity. I'll follow you straight into Hellfire. All of us will. But we will each tread our own path. So now what am I going to do with you? I know what you need to do. Knight them. Aivu whispers loudly. She continues, a little embarrassed, as Aranka and the others look at her in surprise. I mean, I've been told many stories about Galarian, and that's what always happens in them. Alusa's the knight commander, right? That means she can knight you all. Ordinary knights are a bit boring, but I know Alusa. will make your oath really exciting. I like the sound of that. We'll be the Free Crusaders. What do you think, Alusa? Just make up an oath for us so we can be knighted. Just make it up right now. Are you in Act 3? I think so. Also, hello. Welcome in. We've just taken Dresden, so I think so. We can try to come up with one. We did. Brothers and sisters, our paths have led us here, to this place, on this day, because we're guided by the same stars and beckoned by one and the same dream. Ours is a dream of freedom and the triumph of light over darkness. I'm not here to rule over you, but rather to be the first among equals, as long as you are willing to follow me. Stand up, brothers and sisters, henceforth you shall be my free knight crusaders. Aiba whispers loudly in your ear. You should have added something at the end, like cookies for everyone, except we probably don't have any cookies. Well, I can fly off quick and bring some back. You, like, half fixed it. Oh, never mind. There it is. I remembered something that's about to come up I've been kind of dreading. Oh, wow, what was that? Where did that come from? I'll bet a jar of strawberry jam. It came straight from Elysium. I mean, I don't have any strawberry jam, but still, the big grown-up dragons in my family can transform their environment like this, but how did you do it? All the wallflower scratches the bridge of his nose, clearly anxious. We've seen something like this happen before. Alusa, it was back in Canabras, in the temple, where we all gathered together. A glowing aura enveloped you, and we heard music that wasn't actually there. Just the same as this time, a wondrous power dwells within you, and it's growing. It manifests itself spontaneously. I don't know why it happens. Wallflower looks at the little patch of nature that appeared out of nowhere. We'll try to figure it out. All of us. All need Métis Ola's help, and the others too. We'll set up a camp right here on the ridge and monitor any new changes. Welcome home, Banana. Took a long shower as you were feeling icky. Aw, I'm glad you're feeling better now. Or, I hope so. There's not much to analyze yet. I've only witnessed 2 cases where something unusual happened around you. Both cases were spontaneous, and both times you were surrounded by people who had who'd been helped and inspired by you. First time it happened, you saw a vision, but now a fragment of that vision has been brought to life. Who knows, Alusa? Maybe you'll be able to heal the entire world wound just like you healed this little patch of rock. You're glad you're de-icked. Me too. She's much tastier after a de-icking. You're really yummy right now? Exactly. Like more so than usual. What are you gonna do now? We'll set up camp here. Our learned friends will observe this garden of Elysium and study it. The artists among us will start working on their art. I'll help the Chaldean and halflings prepare to launch raids against the demons. The cavalry sculptors, I have no idea what they'll do, but I hope they'll keep themselves busy somehow. Drop by in a couple of weeks, will you? We'll have settled in by then, and we may have something else to show you. But it's a secret for now. You forgot the most important part. I thought I was going to get out of it. Honestly, what would you all do without a smart little dragon like me around? Azadas have courts. The Court of Silent Laughter, for example, or the Court of the Flaming Storm. They always have such pretty names. People come to the courts freely, then stay because they like it there, and have some affinity with it. That's why Alusa has to give this place a name. It's her court, after all. Please. I clicked random on the character's name. Much like real Azadas from Elysium, the commander can give her a name to her court, which is a company of her allies and the place where they meet. Startling Starmaries. I was trying so hard to think of something better. I was like, certainly, I'll throw this out as a joke and I'll think of something better before I actually write it out. Nope. Didn't happen. That's what we got. Oh, that's an actual rest. I thought that was like a restoration. Well, I feel like I have walked 2 feet. But we've done a lot on the Crusade side, and we've established a bit, I suppose. That seems like a fine enough place to leave it.